TV. It does not end well.
No.
Nearly as bad as Steiner.
Oh, well, that's a completely different kettle of fish. But hello, everybody.
Yes.
We're back
Welcome.
to the delightful review of Raw.
Was it delightful?
It was alright.
Seen worse, I suppose.
So, how do we kick off the show this week, man?
I'm pretty sure it was Kurt Angle.
Because where were we?
Oh, God. Yep.
We were in his hometown of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And it wouldn't be it if he didn't mention that he did, in fact, win a gold medal with a broken freaking neck. As we've been reminded of every year.
Although, I feel as if it's not quite the same because he gets the crowd to interact with the broken freaking neck.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have the same oomph that it used to. Yeah. Kurt was talking about all things SummerSlam.
Oh, yeah.
And of course this brought out the Universal Champion.
We didn't even know he was there.
Yeah. Brock was there with his advocate, Paul Heyman.
You know, they did a bit of rambling, bit of grumbling about the three other people in the match.
Yeah. Did any of them actually make an appearance in this segment?
No.
No, I didn't think they did.
It was just something along the lines of him saying, oh, if he loses at SummerSlam,
That was it, yeah.
then him and Paul Heyman will be gone from WWE.
Would have absolutely nothing to do with the fact that John Bones Jones, Bad Bones, I think his nickname is Jones, called Brock out over the weekend at the recent UFC
Oh dear.
pay-per-view event. So yes, keep your eye out for that one.
Yeah, I even read somewhere that Brock's had a retest
Yeah.
to try and get cleared to wrestle. Well, not wrestle, but to fight in the octagon again.
Fight!
But I would be very surprised if he walks out of SummerSlam with the belt.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he's not booked for another appearance until Royal Rumble anyway.
But the question is, who's gonna win it?
I'll put that in the words of Bray Wyatt. Anyone but you, Roman. Anyone but you. That. Now on to the first match of the evening.
Yeah. We had some tag team action. Don't worry, we're not on SmackDown. It is Raw.
Not yet.
We had the Hardy Boys facing off against the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson. And I believe, then we have the Revival on commentary.
Yes, we did. Not that I paid much attention to him.
No. Jim Cornette's favourite tag team in the world.
Yeah. Even though he's never actually seen him wrestle. Well, he's probably watched NXT, but I don't think he tunes in on a regular basis.
No.
Too busy moaning about Kenny Omega.
Yeah, this match was fairly entertaining. I think the only problem we had with this match was you had the distraction of the Revival. You just knew they were going to do something at some point.
Yeah, it wasn't a very clean fight. I sort of struggle to get where this is going. I mean, are they fighting for the number one contenders thing?
I hope so.
Because it's sort of like a three-team fight.
Yeah.
Because now we sort of have an inclination of who the champs are going to be defending against. It's like, is it going to be a triple threat tag match? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, so Matt and Jeff ended up picking up the victory in this one. I think with the Usual twist of fate and then swanton bomb.
That'll be the one. But it didn't end there. The fight continued up the ramp.
It did, yeah.
And it turned into a three-way fight.
Yeah. Revival quickly got involved in this one.
But then they got laid down on their asses.
Yeah, and I believe Gallows went into the LED sheet, or whatever you want to call it, on the Titantron.
Yes, the very thin sheet of plastic.
Yeah, and yeah, Scott Dawson got hit with 2 Twister Fates, and then Anderson shoved Dash Wilder off the stage before Jeff hit a poetry in motion on all 4 of them.
Shocking. So where does this lead?
Well, hopefully to a #1 contendership match, but who knows with WWE?
Oh, here we go. We got more tag team action.
But it's cruiserweight tag team action.
But did you notice there was no purple ropes this time?
Yeah, that was weird.
Maybe they can't afford purple tape anymore.
Who knows?
So yeah, this was your typical good guys against bad guys.
6-man tag match. You had Rich Swann, who's very outlandish, and Cedric Alexander, and the Pretender, Akira Tozawa.
Still selling his shoulder injury.
And they were facing off against Davari,
Oh God.
Tony Nese, and TJP.
Oh, mega TJP.
Evil TJP.
So,
I was annoyed. I don't care about any of these, I just want to see Neville.
yeah. It's not the same without Neville.
Yeah, so Rich Swann and Cedric Alexander and Akira Tozawa end up picking up the victory in this. I believe TJP was the one that got pinned in this one. Now, the one thing that annoys me at the minute with how they're dealing with Akira Tozawa at the minute is he's got a very good and a very mean-looking finisher, the German suplex pin.
Yeah.
Now, he's not been doing that recently, and he's got this silly dive swanton.
Yeah. Top rope senton.
Yeah, and it's like...
It does look a bit basic.
Yeah. That's my one problem I've got with it. It's just sort of like, really? And that's going to finish a guy off?
See, I have the same problem with the coup de grace.
Yeah, but he at least looks as if he gets some force and he drives his feet into their sternum.
Yeah, but for a guy called the Demon King, it's such a basic.
Yeah,
You
maybe.
need something with a bit more impact.
Oh, and talking of associates with Akira Tozawa,
Uh-oh.
Titus Worldwide was on the lookout trying to expand. And Titus tried recruiting Dana Brooke.
Why? What's the point?
Well, we haven't seen her in about a month.
Has it been that long? I can't even remember the last time we saw her. Oh yeah, Ramley interfered in a Nia Jax match.
Yeah.
For reasons we still don't know.
And then let's get the awfulness out of the way now. We unfortunately were treated to an episode of Miz TV.
Oh, why have they not cancelled this program yet?
And his guest was Kurt Angle's illegitimate son, Jason Jordan.
Yes, they've very quickly moved on from the whole Dean Ambrose Seth Rollins rivalry.
Yeah.
I mean, very quickly. It's sort of like last week, yeah, Manic. This week, not even mentioning him.
No.
So Miz did his usual BS of stirring the pot,
Yeah.
mentioning Kurt Angle, saying, "Oh yeah, you're gonna get handed everything now."
Yeah. And then he started slagging off Kurt, and then of course that got a reaction out of Jason. And then his very unimpressive Miztourage stepped in. Which, just like I go on record now and say, is an absolute frickin' joke. Neither of them two have been any form of relevance in the last 2 to 3 years.
No, they have not.
So how we're meant to believe them to be legitimate threats and bodyguards for the Miz is beyond me. I make the argument Maurice is more intimidating than them two. So yeah, of course, they tried to get involved. They got very quickly blown off, and then Jason Jordan hit a rather nasty.
I think it was a belly to belly.
Belly, yeah, but he chucked him over his shoulder.
Yeah. Right into the Miztourage.
Yeah. And then he got out of the ring and said, I'm not having none of this.
No. So I'm guessing this is going to be the new rivalry for the Intercontinental. But does that mean for the first time in 8 months, it's not Miz and Dean Ambrose?
Wow.
It finally ended.
Yeah.
Oh, so talking of the rivalry that finally ended. We had a little backstage segment with Dean and Seth saying, oh yeah, I had to come out and help you, otherwise I'd have been the bad guy.
Yeah, you forced me into the corner. And then Dean quickly went away, and then the Bar came along, tried staring things out, and Seth was trying to say, look, I don't care about either of you two. Why don't you quit running your mouth? I'm facing one of you two tonight. You can decide amongst yourselves who that's gonna be.
And it was Sheamus.
And it didn't go too well for him.
No, it did not. I mean, yeah, this was an okay match. I mean, I like Seth Rollins, but Sheamus is just... I find him very boring to watch.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact I can't stand the tag team of Sheamus and Cesaro. In fact, I'm refusing to call them the Bar anymore. They will simply be Guinness and Bar fights. We'll keep that tradition going, because this is just an absolute utter waste of Cesaro's great talent.
Yeah. I've been saying it for years.
He should be going for the Intercontinental title minimum.
Yeah.
I could even make an argument he should be going for the bloody Universal title.
Hey, I'd pay to see him and Brock.
Yeah. Yeah, and then of course after the match, typical heel rubbish, they start putting a beat down on Seth. And then Dean got involved again.
Yep, the crowd chanted, we want Ambrose, and he came out. But it didn't go well for him either.
No, he got beat up.
He took a bro kick,
Yeah.
and they were both laid out. Which all says to me, this is going to be what's going on at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I mean, I said to you the other day, it's not a great match. It's a bit of nostalgia, simply because they have no other face teams that they can put against these guys.
No.
Hardy's has been done 3 times in the last couple of months.
Yeah.
They've got to do something different for a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go.
So, and then moving on, we had a segment with Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt.
Yes, Bray Wyatt doing another one of his amazing promos.
Yeah.
No, he was basically going on about Finn, saying he's just like all the rest of the people, but Bray's a god.
So,
And then out of nowhere, Finn Balor appeared.
So is this Bray trying to drag out the demon?
Oh yeah. Well, it's been nearly a year since he last used the demon.
Yeah.
I just wonder, how is he going to put all that face paint over his beard?
He's got a professional artist who does it now. I'm sure they'll get around it somehow.
He might have to dye his beard red or something. That's going to be an interesting one. So now on to... Well, this was about the middle of the show, and I was thinking, why is this in the middle of the show and not the main event?
Yeah. Of course, we are talking about the match that was made last week by Kurt Angle. Triple threat match. Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, and Braun!
Oh no.
Now, I have to say, I pretty enjoyed this match until the ending.
Well, yeah. The typical, normal WWE BS.
This was a relatively decent match, but of course it got spoilt by BS booking. They all had their moments throughout the whole of the match. No one really had the upper hand for very long. You had a few moments where like Braun and Samoa Joe were teaming up trying to take out Braun, and it was like, nah, screw it, let's get Roman out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then we come to the bloody ending of the match. Braun was starting to get on top, and then I think Roman just come alive out of nowhere, chucked Braun out of the ring, and then he just quickly got up, speared Joe, and yeah, 1, 2, 3, that's it.
There you go. It's like all the damage that... I mean, is Roman... Does he not know how to sell moves anymore? Because he took a fair bit of damage. I mean, there were times in that match where Braun was literally manhandling him. He threw him into the ring.
Yeah.
But no, he was somehow able to magically come back and hit a spear and win the match.
Well, that's the problem we've been saying for a little while. They're booking Roman like they do Cena.
And they wonder why people aren't cheering him.
Well, yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
Oh no.
So, and if you think things couldn't get any better, we had enter the ring, Elias.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Apparently they've completely dropped Samson. Samson is just Elias.
Why do
now.
they always do this? Does Vince just hate surnames or something?
Yeah, and I know straight away the crowd were really getting into Elias straight away, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? But then very quickly become apparent, conveniently, Elias is from Pittsburgh as well.
I didn't even know. I barely even pay attention to his entrance.
Yeah, so, and he was facing off against Callisto, randomly, who I believe was sporting a new theme song.
He's had it for a while, but it's been so rare we've seen him. It's just sort of like a remix of the Lucha Dragon song.
Yeah.
But things did not go well for the Cruiserweight.
No.
He took... Oh, what is it like? I can't remember what he calls his finisher. It's like the drift away, I think he calls it.
Yep, drift away, that's it. The rolling neck breaker.
And it's like, for God's sake, just move Callisto to the Cruiserweight division already.
Funny you bringing that up, actually. Anyone who's had the chance to go on the network and that, there was a new Bring It to the Table episode after Raw.
I saw that.
And funny enough, Corey Graves brought up this, and he said, because they were talking about Enzo Amore and, you know, where do they realistically go from here and that, and Corey Graves came around and said, I would love to see Enzo in the Cruiserweight division. I think he'd do really good, some really good work there, and then he made the same, or it might have even been JBL, he turned around and said, yeah, I want to see Callisto in the Cruiserweight division as well.
I mean, that's the whole point of the division.
Yeah.
Because then it gives relevance to the Cruiserweights who just can't beat the big guys.
Yeah. Moving on from that.
Next.
This match was randomly put together by Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
Backstage a tiny bit earlier. Bailey versus Nia Jax.
Yes. This was a weird match. Because it looked very early on Bailey suffered an injury.
Yeah, she landed rather awkwardly on her shoulder.
And you can tell it was bothering her throughout the rest of the match. And I'm not sure if they, I don't know, changed the ending or forced the ending. But, basically, Nia Jax went to tackle Bailey. Ended up tackling the steel steps. And Bailey won by countout.
Yeah.
Which I think was probably called as soon as the injury happened.
Yeah.
But now we're understood that she's being evaluated medically, and we don't know if the SummerSlam match is off or on or off or on.
So could be panic stations.
They've got a plan B.
Sasha.
Yeah, basically.
So we're moving on to our epic main event. I mean, this is one that should go down in the books. This is a historic event right here.
Yes, a match that was barely advertised halfway through the show.
Yeah, we've got the Big Show facing off against Big Cass, who was actually sporting a new theme song.
Yeah, which is, well, I thought it was a definite improvement on his last one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, he did get caught in another one of those unfortunate camera angles. Which I swear Vince is doing intentionally to him.
It wouldn't surprise me if he was.
The problem I have with this match, and I said this to you the other day, it feels like they've wasted it on a Raw.
Yeah, it could have been saved for pay-per-view.
It's like, this arguably is Big Show's last meaningful feud.
Yeah.
It's a very easy story to tell, Older giant against new giant. He's taken a few beatdowns, thinks he can't hang anymore, and he does the honourable thing, loses the Big Cass, and then that's it. Job done. He can happily go into retirement, knowing that he's passed the torch on.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. Big Show's contract's up in February, and it looks very much like he's not going to get an extension on that.
So it just feels like a bit of a waste to me. And I don't know, it was just me when I was watching this, but it seemed like, I don't know, Big Show didn't really put that much effort into it.
Yeah, it was almost as if he'd sort of been forced to do this match. But, yeah.
I mean, it was okay. There was a few good big moves in there.
Yeah.
I did like the fact where Enzo got in the ring and immediately got caught with a big boot. And just flipped like a fish out of water.
Yeah, he did take a pretty nasty big boot.
But strangely, and I'm guessing this is to continue the rivalry, he did jump on Cass, causing the disqualification.
Yeah.
And just as Big Cass was getting ready to give another attack to the Big Show caught him with a lucky knockout punch.
Pow! Right in the kisser.
And it was like, yeah, that's the end of the show.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like, why would they put that on last?
Don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, surely you'd have the triple threat. But yeah, that's how we ended Raw this week.
Yeah, I've seen better, I've seen worse.
So we'll see what happens going a week closer to SummerSlam.
Oh, it's heating up. unless you live in England and then you're getting wet. So that'll about wrap things up from your hosts, the Master of the Brain Damage,
Martin,
and the one and only Sam H. We'll see you again for the next one. Peace out.